Live from Carroll City, where hundreds of roosters wake the residents every morning, it's the Stan Major Show with Stan Major. Today, Stan brags some more that Michael Talbot actually talked to him, tells the same old story about working with Sly Stallone on Fist, and tells everybody what a jerk he thinks David Letterman is about his hair. Plus, Kyle Isley on the control board. And now, a man who thinks Armani suits is litigation filed by Italians, Stan Major.
Enough already. Well, so I have read the Herald, and it has been obvious to me that the Herald that I'm reading in no way resembles the Herald that I used to read when I was down here in 1978, 79, and 80. Just no way. There is no comparison. It's like it's two different newspapers. And by the way, they have lost a lot of good people during the time that I've been away. A lot of good people. So I have been reading the Herald, and I am just absolutely appalled by the pandering to the Hispanics. I mean, it like pops out at you on every page almost, and in the Sunday editorial sections. It's there. It's always there. It's even in the radio and TV columns, and that's kind of hard to believe. You would think that the one thing that they would leave alone would be the radio column. But evidently the word went forth some time ago that you don't say bad things about Hispanics in the Miami Herald. And you print every single positive thing that you can conceivably come up with that would put Hispanics in Dade County in a good light. You print that in the Herald as often as possible. So the thing with Whitehead is just, kind of the straw that broke the camel's back as far as I'm concerned. And I told you when a caller called in Saturday afternoon on the show and quoted part of the column over the telephone, I mentioned to you that this is nothing new for Charlie Whitehead because he wrote the same kind of column using the same pat phrases about me during the heat of the Mario boat lift, because I was on the air leading the campaign to get the President of the United States to do something, to do, anything about the impending doom of Dade County and the city of Miami by virtue of the Mario boat lift. But, of course, Charlie Whitehead didn't like that because, you see, what Charlie's real problem is, and I'm sure Neil pointed it out to you, is he's the head honcho columnist for a newspaper which is on the decline, and they're very defensive down there. And he's seen his best years there many years ago, and he's nearing retirement. He's not going to be around that much longer, and of course you know that he will be replaced by somebody with a Hispanic name when he goes, because almost everybody at the Herald who leaves, who is non-Hispanic, is replaced by an Hispanic. So Charlie's, his days are numbered anyway, simply because he's not a young guy anymore. But it's the straw that broke the camel's back. It was the headline. In fact, when I went in to buy the newspaper, when Neil was in the car, we were over the beach, and I went in to get the newspaper on Saturday night. I took one look at the headline, and the first thing I said to Rogers when I got back in the car was, I think you can get him for libel, just on the basis of the headline. And then I read the article to him. And that was that. So let me make my phone call here. And the way I'm going to do this, because I do not want to reveal over the air where I live and my private telephone number. So when it comes to that time, and you hear Charlie's theme song played on the air, you'll know that I'm giving them that private information. Okay? 462 3000. That's the number in Broward, by the way. 462 3000. Okay, I'm getting a tape intercept, and we're going to have to stall here, friends. Apparently they're very busy. I wonder why. The number in Dade County, by the way, if you want to cancel the Herald, is 350-2000. I'm not, making this a campaign on this show. I'm simply doing it because in retaliation for what Whitehead, not only for what Whitehead wrote, but... Yeah, I'd like to cancel the Herald. Okay, the address of the account number.
Were you born? Or did you work at it your whole life? Either way, it worked out fine, 'cause you're an asshole tonight. Yes, you're an A-S-S-H-O-L-E, and don't you try to blame it on me. You deserve all the credit. You're an asshole tonight. You were an asshole.
I want to cancel it immediately.
Yesterday, you're an asshole.
Mr. Whitehead's article column on Sunday about Neil Rogers. Okay. Thank you. Okay. That was simple. And if you want to do the same thing, like I say, it's very simple. If you're in Broward County and you are just fed up, let's put them out of business and get somebody else to move in here who isn't going to pander to any particular ethnic group, but who is going to be a newspaper for all the people. In Broward, 462-3000, and in Dade, 350-2000. All right. I guess I'm going to have to subscribe to that commie pinko New York Times now, huh? Can't stand that stinking newspaper, but we have to remain informed. Got some mail. Let me take care of that. And if you would like to call in, 624-9400 in Dade, 524-9400 if you're in Broward. And we'll be delighted to talk to you on the radio. Just want to say, Bobby, thank you for the letter. That dumb subject that we had last week, that the word filtered back to me that it was a boring subject. Now I'm getting mail on it. It's absolutely unbelievable. Naming the what Neil Rogers does on the air. And a very nice elderly lady from over on from Pompano Beach wrote me a letter, and I love you, ma'am. Well, she's not that elderly. She's 58. I did hear from another elderly lady, but please, ma'am, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages front and back in red ink. Please, come on, cut me a break. I don't have time. I just don't have time. If you're going to write to me, and I'm delighted to hear from you, and I'll give the address in just a moment, please limit it to 1 page. If you can't say it in 1 page, believe me, it ain't worth saying, because I just don't have the time. And letter from Bernice, thank you very much. Good to hear from you. If you want to write to me, the address is very simple. Stan Major, WINZ Radio, Miami, Florida, 33055. Okay? All right. We'll go to the calls in just a moment. Let's take our first break here. We're in open phones this afternoon, and if we don't get anything rolling pretty quick, I have a couple of things I'll lay on you. But we just kind of have a laid-back Monday afternoon, wherever you are right here on the radio. I'm Stan Major on Winds.
He's better than ever. It's an all-new 007. Macho, sexy, deadly. Yes, 007 returns when Pee Wee Herman stars as...
Bond. James Bond.
He's a real man.
I'll have a milk with Ovaltine. Shaken, not stirred.
With enemies that are deadlier than ever.
Take Mr. Bond in there and torture the information out of him.
Oh, do anything you want to me. I'll never talk.
Force him to watch wrestling.
Not wrestling!
You can't stop him.
Excuse me, can I have back my watch with a built-in flamethrower? I want to do some barbecuing later.
You can't kill him.
Go ahead, push me off that cliff. I'll just use my combination condom hot air balloon and float to the ground.
Yes, Pee Wee Herman is James Bond. Coming soon to theaters almost.